It's my enormous pleasure to announce the launch of the Global China Academy, of course, which we're doing here today. We'll do much more of that this evening. But as part of that, I'm outgoing chair. I'll be replacing as chair of the Global China Academy. And we will be sending them a letter of thanks in due course. But you know what's happening next, Martin. Martin is here, and of course, let me read the citation on this rather magnificent certificate that we have ready for you. We're thanking you upon your retirement as honorary president of the Global China Academy for your academic guidance in fostering and nurturing the Academy and Global Century Press, and for your intellectual input and activities in supporting and participating in the first 7 Global China Dialogue Forums. Your dedicated efforts and services are greatly appreciated.
A great surprise, I could say, that it couldn't have been done without the cooperation of so many people. Above all, the founder of the Global China Dialogues Academy and all the rest, Professor Yuan Cheung. It's really she who should be getting the certificate, but I gladly associate her with this particular certificate. Thank you very much, Yuan Cheung, and thank you all for supporting these dialogues over. It's been many years now, it's number 7. And we've been planning for 10 years, and I thought it would be a very good thing for the next 10 years to be able to hand this over to Professor McEnery here. I'm truly grateful to you.
I'm grateful to you. Thank you very much.
Okay, here we go.
The very important part of today's event, it is the launch of the Academy, the Global China Academy. I really cannot stress the stress more of the timeliness and significance of this new academy. I'm sure all of us here know of the discourses of the China threat out there. And as Martin's book reminded us, China plays a key role in our shared human future. And that's why what we need is not hostility or fear of China, but more and deeper and better China literacy. And this is what this academy is all about, to increase the opportunities for dialogue, for interaction between China and the UK especially, but really China and the rest of the world as well. So we're here to launch the Academy. We have a description. It's a UK-based independent worldwide fellowship that advances comprehensive studies on China in the social sciences and humanities, taking language-based, comprehensive, comparative and global perspectives. It adds to the sum of human knowledge and encourages participation in global society building and governance. That's the aim of the Academy. I think we're going to do the presentation of the certificate first. May I ask Ingrid to start with the first batch of presentation?
Well, very conveniently, I happen to be standing next to Professor McEnery, to whom I will be pleased to present a certificate as a founding fellow of the Global China.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And next I have Professor Linguistics himself.
Hi.
And then I am pleased to present a certificate to somebody we all know quite well, Professor Cheung. Professor Schroeder. Please present as well. And lastly, on my list, I have Professor Yuan Cheung.
Thank you very much, Ingrid. Can I ask Tony to present the next batch of Life Fellows?
Okay, it's an enormous pleasure to invite Professor Robin Cohen to get his certificate. Thank you very much. Okay, and then David Parkin.
Thank you, Tony. And the last group of trustees and council members are going to be presented by Professor Chang.
The first is Global China Academy Chair of Board of Trustees, Ingrid. Hui Li is our council member for events. He is General Secretary of Global China Dialogue series, so he's been very helpful for this event. And next is Dr. Wu Yan. Wu Yan is also a council member for media.
Okay, thank you very much. That's all for the presentations, but we are now going to hear or watch the video of those members who are not here today.
This is a very good moment when we are enjoying the 7th Global China Dialogue, when we're looking at the reform of global governance, to think of the Global China Academy. That's the creation of Professor Yuan Cheung and many others who've helped over the last 10 years or so to build something which will contribute in a lasting way to understanding between China and the rest of the world. The basic philosophy behind it is that we understand each other better if we do things together. And the creation of the Global China Academy and the Global Century Press are, I think, practical things which can contribute to this greater understanding. It's been a huge pleasure for me over recent years to be able to help in this project, and I do wish it every success in the coming decade and hopefully even longer than that. So it's with great pleasure that I say that I welcome and hope for the increasing success of the Global China Academy over the coming years. Good luck to you all, and thank you very much for the chance that I've had to help towards it. Thank you. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Li Cheung, a life professor of the School of Social Sciences and the director of the Center for Asian Studies at Tsinghua University of China. I'm also Chinese honorary president of Global China Academy, co-chair of Global China Dialogue Organizing Committee, and co-editor of the Global Center Press China Urbanization Studies books series. I'm very honored to accept invitation of Professor Martin Albro, Professor Tony McEnery, and Professor Yuan Cheung to become the founding fellow and the Chinese chair of Global China Academy Council. I'm willing to work with social scientists and experts from all fields at home and abroad, making contribution to the creation of the platform for dialogue and exchanges between China and the world. I wish the Global China Academy bring better and better. Thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening everyone. I'm Li Zhongxie, a professor of sociology and director of the Research Center for Social Theory at Peking University. I'm glad to see you all online tonight. Today's world is undergoing a process of tremendous change. It brought us many new challenges and requires us to find reasonable solutions and response. The Research Center for Social Theory at Peking University is one of the supporters of the Global China Dialogue series, and I am the co-editor of the Chinese Discourse book series that published by the Global Centuries Press. I'm very pleased that the Global China Academy, which created the above platform for scholars and experts worldwide, is officially launched today. I'm very honored to be invited by Professor Martin Albro, Professor Xiang Chang, and the Global China Academic Council as the academy's founding fellow and the Chinese president. I will try my best to serve you and make my own efforts to promote mutual exchange and understanding among scholars of study on China in a global context. I sincerely wish that the Global China Academy will make great achievements in the future. Thank you.
女士们、先生们，大家好！非常荣幸地接受常向群教授、Tony McEnery 教授和马丁·阿尔伯劳教授的邀请，成为全球中国学术院创院院士及理事会中方非执行主席。我是张晓东，江苏敏捷创新经济管理研究院、南京财经大学创新创业研究院院长及特聘教授。我是一个跨界者，从工业文明到数字文明，从事对于数据、数字化、数业经济、数业社会的研究及实践，深刻体会到在当今全球互联的世界，不存在离开全球的中国，也不存在遗忘中国的全球。几年来参加全球中国对话等活动，更深感全球中国学术院生逢其时，大有可为。唯愿与大家一起协力同行，将全球中国学术院打造成具有广泛和深远影响力的学术及交流平台，为共创人类福祉而不懈努力。谢谢大家。
Dear chairs, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, In these strange times of pandemics, I cannot join this important event. You see, I joined from my living room and also equipped with some Chinese-style environment. I am really, really happy to join this initiative, and I want to congratulate the organizers of Global China Academy to launch this initiative. Once upon a time, there was another kind of globalization. And I show you just a book. Wait a second. Maybe you can recognize something. This is a book about the wisdom of the Chinese. And it was published in the 18th century, the first part, by the most significant, important philosopher of the German Enlightenment before Kant, Christian Wolff. And he was at that time a professor at a university close to my university, Erfurt University, which is Halle, so a long history also of these universities. And Wolff was very, very influential in his time. And he believed that the Chinese had developed already a kind of practical philosophy that he deemed important to overcome the backwardness of Europe in these absolutist times. This did not last long. I think beginning with Kant, the Germans started to forget the Chinese, and Hegel was very pronounced in saying that Confucianism is not a philosophy at all. And so the picture changed entirely. And even in China. So the Chinese, as we all know, in the 20th century were convinced that modernization would mean to study the West. Of course, keeping Chinese essence, some cultural essence, but it was not even fully clear what that would mean. In the 1990s, I noticed that this is a big problem. So there is a flow of ideas from West to East, China, but almost no flow back, as in these days of Christian Wolff. China was very influential in intellectual terms, but it was just an episode in intellectual history. At the turn of the millennium, I organized, together with the famous Chinese economist Mao Yushi, an initiative to make social science research, Chinese social sciences research, accessible to a global public. That was funded by Robert Bosch Foundation, but it did not last long because people thought it's not that significant. And so I'm really, really happy that now we have this new attempt. Now with much more institutional backing, and I hope also a little money, of course, to launch vehicles which allow for the transfer of Chinese thought, Chinese social science thinking, Chinese thinking in the humanities to the world, really to globalize not only Chinese intellectual contributions, but really to globalize also our what is still dominated by Western ideas in philosophy, social sciences, and so on. And I'm also very proud that I was invited to be vice president of this initiative, responsible for European engagement. I have no clear idea what that would mean, but at least given my past activities, I can imagine the possibilities. Yeah, I hope you enjoy. Now, as I understand, this is a sort of message delivered at dinner. Please enjoy dinner. I hope some Chinese delicacies, and I really regret that I cannot be with you. Thank you for your attention.
Good evening. I am Peter van der Veer, and I'm an anthropologist who has worked for nearly 30 years on the topic of religion and nationalism in India. In the last 20 years, I have become interested in comparing India and China. I have done field work in Fujian about religious networks between Fujian and Singapore, on religion in the border areas of China and Vietnam, as well as on urban religion in Shanghai. The main reason that I have accepted the invitation to become a live member of the Global China Academy is that I feel that it is impossible to have a social science that does not include Chinese society. Over the last 20 years, I have tried hard to connect Chinese anthropologists and sociologists with their counterparts in the West. I'm especially interested in fieldwork in China that enables us to ask comparative questions. I hope that a Global China Academy will be an element in the attempt to integrate Chinese social science and Western social science. I look forward to participating in this endeavor. Thank you.
被授予全球中国学术院院士的称号，我感到非常荣幸。改革开放以来，中国的人文社会科学事业取得了长足的发展，对外交流也越来越活跃。全球中国学术院在推动关于中国问题的比较研究等方面做了很多重要的工作。我能成为学术院的一员，真的是非常高兴。我相信，今后全球中国学术院作为交流平台、学术研究平台的作用会发挥的越来越明显。我期待着在疫情过后，与全球中国学术院的各位院士能够有更多的交流。祝全球中国学术院越来越好。
Good evening, everyone. My name is Prasenjit Dwara. I am the Oscar Thang Chair Professor of East Asian Studies at Duke University in the United States. This evening, I wish to congratulate President Martin Albro and the Global China Dialogue for the launch of the Global China Academy. I am very honored to be appointed a life fellow of the Academy, and I fully support and endorse the publication plans of the Academy on such pressing topics of our times as reform of global governance and related issues. So once again, congratulations, and I'm sorry I cannot be there in person, much as I would like to, but have a good time and good wishes, best wishes for the Academy.
I'm Bing Zheng, Professor of Jilin University of China. 我研究的领域是文化社会学和文化哲学。我非常高兴成为英国全球中国学术院院士。我曾经访问过英国，和英国学者一起交流有关全球化的社会发展和文化发展的问题。我和英国著名的马丁·阿尔布劳教授有长期的学术交流的友好关系。我非常愿意 努力推动中国和英国两国学者之间的学术交流和合作，并祝愿这个英国全球中国学术院越办越好。
Dear Professor Cheung, Professor McEnery, Professor Lee, Professor Hie, ladies and gentlemen, Daja Hao. I'm deeply honored by the kind invitation to become a Life Fellow of the Global China Academy, and I apologize for not being able to share today's launch of the Academy in person. My name is Bettina Granzow, and I'm affiliated with the China Studies Institute at the Freie Universität Berlin. Chinese sociology is one of my research fields, and I'm grateful to Professor Yuan Cheung for bringing me into the China in Comparative Perspectives network around a decade ago. I'm sure that the Global China Academy will become an excellent platform for intensifying our collaboration, particularly in these challenging times. I'm looking forward to a fruitful cooperation and wish you a successful start of the new Academy and a great evening. Ganbei.
Hello there. I'm Gu Yiguo, greeting you in Beijing. I retired from the Chinese Academy as a linguist by training 2 years ago. I was invited back at the same time by Beijing Foreign Studies University to work on artificial intelligence and human language research lab. I've been working on Chinese corpus linguistics, particularly multimodal corpus linguistics, for about 30 years. I'm also interested in Chinese painting, Chinese calligraphy, Chinese writing system, and traditional Chinese medicine. I feel honored and privileged to be a member of the Academy. I wish the Academy all the success. Okay, see you.
That's all the videos. Thank you very much. I think dinner is ready to be served. Thank you. Thank you. We are now going to hear or watch the video of those members who are not here today.
I'm Dr. Tom Clark, Trustee and Treasurer of Global China Academy. My whole life has taught me that the way to make progress is through understanding things very precisely. For me, in the hard sciences and engineering, that precision has been pretty easy. But we now know that in the 21st century, the challenges we have, geopolitical, environmental, are going to be more difficult. They relate to people and their behavior. And to understand that, we need anthropology and sociology, where getting precise understanding is so much more difficult than it is in what people unwisely call the hard sciences. So for me, developing a shared scientific understanding of these things between China and the West is a great mission for the 21st century, and it is a truly important purpose. So that's why, in these uncertain times, I support Global China Academy. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dr. Yuan Cheung, a sociologist by training and a trustee of the Global China Academy. Currently, I work in Beijing as China managing partner of a global leadership consulting and talent solutions firm called Russell Reynolds Associates. We are living at a very special time with unprecedented environmental and geopolitical challenges. It is only natural that we need strong leaders to help us navigate and lead us through these challenging times. In particular, we need global-minded leaders who emphasize inter-regional collaboration and cross-cultural communication. Many of these leadership features will be covered by the conference to be held ahead of us. I'm a big supporter of GCA. From the Central Business District of Beijing, I would like to send my warmest wishes to all the participants and wish you a most successful conference. Thank you.
Prestigious guests, I'm Philip Hao, CEO of UVIC and the Director of Global Education and Innovation Research Center under GCA. It's a great honor to witness the founding, development, and the continuous success of GCA, which has made a remarkable contribution to global China comparative studies and the development governance of the global society. It's a shame that I couldn't make it to London this time due to the pandemic. I want to thank the members who have been spending days and nights of hard work to make this year's dialogue possible. In recent years, globalization has been facing challenges on various aspects. Populism, trade protectionism, and the non-stopping pandemic. The world seems to enter a relatively sealed status. Anti-globalization is in a simmering. In such an era, the dialogue, particularly with this year's theme, the reforms of global governance, is precisely relevant and confidence boosting. I look forward to your thoughts and insights this year. Also, I would like to say to Professor Cheung, do take good care of your health, as it really matters to all of us. Thank you.
各位女士们、先生们，你们好！欢迎大家参与今年的会议。我是清华大学全球产业研究院秘书长曾劲松，有幸能够在此致辞。首先，由衷祝贺第7届全球中国对话的顺利开幕，同时也祝贺全球中国研究院的成立。非常感谢本年主办单位对筹办会议的付出与努力。本年会议的主题是全球治理改革。的确，我们正面临人类历史上最严峻的公共卫生危机之一，而这个危机同时带来了冲突和机遇。中国全球对话会议为探讨全球治理的改革提供了一个宝贵的交流平台。我期待看到各位嘉宾交流自己的想法、见解，共同提出对全球治理改革的建议，协助人类社会应对未来的挑战。感谢各位，预祝本年会议完满成功。
尊敬的各位来宾，线上线下的嘉宾朋友，女士们、先生们，大家好！非常荣幸受邀参加第7届全球中国对话。今天，中途公司与英国环球世界出版社合作的新书《中国与人类命运共同体》即将面世。这本书聚焦中国和整个人类所面临的重大时代命题，汇聚了阿尔布劳教授多年的优秀学术成果，是一部难得的佳作。在此，我仅代表中途公司向本书的作者阿尔布劳教授表示衷心的祝贺，向本书的编辑常向群教授致以诚挚的感谢，并预祝第7届全球中国对话取得圆满成功。谢谢大家。
好，大家好，我是江彪，非常荣幸能与大家一起相聚云端，参加第7届全球中国学术对话研讨会。本期会议大咖云集，也备受国内外专家学者的深切关注。作为此次学术会议的技术支持单位，我们将全力以赴做好技术服务工作，确保整个会议过程能够顺利进行。同时，美亚联创也期待未来与大家能有更多的学术、技术相关的合作。最后预祝大会圆满成功。
Dear friends, I'm Dr. Song Yiping, co-founder of 学术志 platform. As a famous academic education platform in China, 学术志 has more than 2 million users. 90% of them are social science researchers. We are honored to be one of sponsors, the 7th Global China Dialogue for promoting its communication in China. As a well-known platform in this field, the Global China Academy has been encouraging international economic exchanges between China and foreign countries, especially with China in global and comparative perspectives. It is expected that this event will bring the latest thinking to academic researchers in this field. We will try our best to promote this significant event and maximize the widest participation of Chinese scholars. Best wishes for a successful event.
Hello everyone, this is Yichao counselor in Wuxi, China. It is a pity that I'm not able to get there in London, but I'm still quite honored to be invited and very happy to meet all of you online. And as one of the sponsors, I would like to send my warmest congratulations to Global China Dialogue this year and the launch of the brand new Global China Academy. As the pandemic continues, our world has come to a kind of a point of a change. It is the right time for us to discuss reforming global governance, right? And I believe after that, we get chances to talk more. Maybe next time in person. Hope everything gets better. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.